Have you ever stopped to think why most people struggle so hard to achieve their goals, but only a few actually succeed? Perhaps the secret isn't in working harder, but in understanding the mechanisms that control our daily actions. And this is where neuroscience offers us a surprising answer. Most of what we do every day is driven by habits, and many of them are invisible. If you've been feeling stuck with the same results, it may be time to reassess your habits. What if I told you that, with a few simple and consistent changes, you could completely reprogram your life in just a few months? Does that sound unlikely? Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal could change everything you know about how human behavior works. When you wake up, have you ever considered how much of your actions are automatic? According to neuroscience, about 70% of our daily behavior is driven by habits we don't even notice. From the moment we open our eyes, the brain begins triggering a set of habitual actions, like reaching for the phone or heading straight to breakfast. This happens because our brain is designed to conserve energy, and forming habits is an efficient way to do that. Think about the simple habit of brushing your teeth. Without even needing to think, you follow a sequence that's already been programmed into procedural memory, allowing you to move with ease and fluidity. But the question is, how many of these habits did you actually choose, or were they simply installed through repetition over the years? Habit formation is not something that happens overnight. Neuroscience shows us that, depending on the complexity of the habit and the individual, the time it takes to establish a new routine can vary widely. Studies indicate that it can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days for a habit to fully form. This means that if you're trying to change something in your life, you need patience and consistency. Imagine trying to replace the habit of scrolling on your phone at night with reading a book. At first, it will feel strange and difficult, but over time, your brain will adjust, and the new routine will become as natural as the old ones. The key here is understanding that you are training your brain to form a new behavior that will eventually become automatic. Procedural memory is one of the keys to creating lasting habits. This type of memory is linked to executing specific sequences of actions that we perform without thinking. It's like riding a bike or driving. Once you've learned, you no longer need to think about every step. The same applies to daily habits. If you've ever tried to develop the habit of exercising, for example, at first it might seem complicated to remember every step, like stretching, putting on the right clothes, and starting the workout. But over time, your brain stores these actions in procedural memory, making the process automatic. The interesting part, habit replacement also happens here. If you have a negative habit like procrastinating, you can reprogram this memory, replacing it with a more productive behavior. So now that you understand how habits control much of your life, what will you do with this information? Are you ready to transform your automatic patterns and replace those habits that aren't getting you anywhere? Remember, the secret lies in consistency and the time you dedicate to forming new behaviors. Ask yourself, which habits do I need to let go of? And which should I adopt to achieve my biggest goals? Change begins with small daily actions, but the results are transformative. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep learning how to master your mind and habits. The journey of transformation is just beginning.